Check, check, check. There we go. Can I want to make sure she can hear? That's the only thing that I want to. Yeah. Check, 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 check. Talk amongst yourselves. We actually need a little bit of noise so that we know that the sound is going on well. Yes? We got the sound. Okay. Now we're ready to go. Now he can put his phone away? All right, good. All right. So let's. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? You're over there. Right here. Okay. I usually have I have a big enough voice to handle 15 people, but because we're streaming, I'm going to use the microphone just so that we make sure that it goes through the sound. Why are you standing so far away from each other? I mean, I'm not the guy who's getting married. You two are the ones. So really, when we do small weddings like this, I think they're some of the most special because you don't have to worry about too much. You're just here. You're here present, and I want to say personally, and we'll say professionally, thank you. Thank you for including me in this moment. I know there's going to be lots of excitement. I'm sure Dad is going to do a fine job next week or whenever. But the chance to be able to be here and do this with you and to include your mom in that is very special. I want to start with a couple of thoughts. And the thoughts are that you are underneath a chuppah. A chuppah is that wedding canopy that every Jewish couple gets married. You can hold each other's hands. It's okay. Yeah, there you go. You might as well. And it represents a number of things. First of all, it represents the home that you two are already building together. And if you'll notice that it's open on all four sides. Okay? And the reason for that, the tradition is that teaches that whoever is here in this moment to surround you as you get married should be here with you into the future, and that they should be able to enter your home as you go out of your home. Second, finally, I'll say that it represents the Shekhinah, the divine presence of God. That this is a sacred space, and this is sacred time, and as we're going to talk about shortly, that you are creating sacred relationship. So with those thoughts in mind, we are really ready to begin. Bruchim habaim b'shem Adonai, barachnuchem mibeit Adonai. Blessed are you who come here in the name of God. We bless you in this place of God, this place of holiness. Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha, bo'u lefanav birnana. Serve God with gladness. Come before God with singing. Mi adir al hakol, mi baruch al hakol. Mi gadol al hakol, hu yivarech et hechatan v'et hakala. O God, supremely blessed, supreme in might and glory, guide and bless this bridegroom and this bride. Eternal God, in happiness and in joy, we thank you for the gift of love that we get to celebrate today, bestow upon Amanda and Edgar an ever-deepening devotion to each other and to a life sort of lived in holiness and sanctified relationship. Source of all blessing, open their eyes to the beauty and to the mystery of the love that they hold for each other. May their life together embrace and nourish and nurture the promise of this moment. May their life be enriched by affection and mutual respect. May they be blessed with minds filled with knowledge of your Torah, a home bursting with the gift of family, and lives sanctified by good deeds. Now, my favorite part. This is a really unique cup. If you haven't seen it, it's one cup. It's actually two cups that come together, and there's something actually really special about that, because sometimes the tradition is that we take two cups, a cup that represents your family, a cup that represents your family, and we take the wine. Wine is symbolic of joy, and we pour it into a third cup, a cup that now represents the family that you're creating. Here you've got that all in one. I don't even have to do any mixing. You can, you're together, and as we drink from the one cup, two cup, we'll cover all the bases. That cup of wine is actually symbolic of the cup of life, that you will share each of those. Each of you will be given the opportunity to drink some and offer some to your spouse. And in that act, you are recognizing that you undertake all, to share all that life has in store with you. Whatever sweetness it contains should be sweeter because you share it together. And whatever drops of bitterness it may contain should be less bitter, well, because you share it together. And our hope, and as we recite the blessings over the wine, we hope that you will enjoy fullness of joy, like a cup overflowing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al ha'arayot v'asar lanu et erusot v'hitir lanu et anusuot lanu al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and consecrates this marriage. We praise you, Adonai, who sanctifies our people Israel through kiddushin, the sacred rite of marriage at the chuppah. Extra for the rest of us. Amanda, Edgar, in coming together as husband and wife, in Judaism, we see that as a sacred act. In fact, I think I taught you that the very word that we use for weddings in Judaism in Hebrew is kiddushin. It has the same root as kadosh or kedusha, all of which has a connotation of holiness. And perhaps, well, we know, right, that relationship, right, is fragile. Anybody who's been married for a long time knows that it takes a commitment of a lifetime to maintain that relationship. And perhaps that's the reason why in Judaism we require so many symbols of a couple's devotion. You will share wine again. You will exchange rings. You will affix your signatures on the ketubah. And you will also recite vows. And the wedding vows that you are about to recite represent both the past and the present. They speak to the equality and the mutuality with which you approach your wedding. They also speak to the heritage that you have and that you are taking upon yourself, because these are vows that represent and have represented Jewish weddings for hundreds, if not 1,000 years. So I'm going to ask each of you to attest to the following. Edgar, don't look at me, look at her. There you go. That's it. Do you, Edgar, take Amanda to be your wife, promising to cherish and protect her, whether in good fortune or in adversity, and to seek together with her a life hallowed by the faith of Israel?
I do.
Do you, Amanda, take Edgar to be your husband, promising to cherish and protect him, whether in good fortune or in adversity, and to seek together with him a life hallowed by the faith of Israel?
I do.
In keeping with these declarations that you've made, you will give and you will receive rings. They are a token of your union, a symbol of enduring loyalty. May they ever remind you that your lives are to be bound together by devotion and faithfulness. Edgar, as you place that ring upon the finger of your bride, speak to her these words. Hare, At, Mekudeshet, Li, Bitaba'at, Zo, Kadat, Moshe, the Yisrael. With this ring.
With this ring. Be consecrated into me. As my wife. According to the law of Moses. And the faith of Israel.
And as you place that ring upon your groom's finger, say to him,
Hare, Atah, Mekudash, Li, Bitaba'at, Zo, Kadat, Moshe, V'Yisrael. With this ring, be consecrated unto me, as my husband, according to the law of Moses, and the faith of Israel.
Nice. Well done. The Sheva Brachot, the 7 wedding blessings, represent the liturgical centerpiece of a Jewish ceremony. They reflect history and tradition. They reflect almost everything that you need to know about Judaism, because they start with creation and they end with redemption. The first 4 invoke creation, and then the last 3 invoke redemption. And when we think about that moment, all right, you are creating right now, all right, it is as if you are Adam and Eve, as if you are starting a whole new world. And that's not the Disney kind. That's the world that you are going to create by coming together. And we hope that through that act of your coming together, that you will bring about redemption, that you will bring about a time of peace and of harmony in the world through what you do and who you are. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shakol bara lichvodo. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has created all things for your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of man and woman. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem demut avnito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan adei ad. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has fashioned us in your image and has established marriage for the fulfillment of life in accordance with your holy purpose. We praise you, Adonai, creator of man and woman. Sos tasis v'tegelakana b'kibutz paneha letocha b'simcha. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach Tzion b'vaneha. May Israel rejoice as her children are restored to her in joy. We praise you, Adonai, our God, who causes Israel to rejoice in her children's return. Sahameach tesamach reihim ha'ahuvim kesamechecha yitzircha began Eden mikedem. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan v'chala. Grant perfect joy to these loving companions, as you did to the first man and woman in the Garden of Eden. We praise you, Adonai, our God, who grants the joy of groom and bride. Maharuch, you only got one more. Maharuch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'chala. Asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'chala gila rina dihitza v'chedva ahava v'achva v'shalom v'rehut meheira Adonai Eloheinu yishama be'arei Yehuda uvechutzot Yerushalayim kol sason v'kol simcha kol chatan v'kol kala kol mitzalot chatanim mechupatam une'arihim mimishten neginatam. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan im hakala. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who created joy and gladness, bride and groom, mirth, song, delight and rejoicing, love and harmony, peace and companionship. Adonai, our God, may there ever be heard in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem voices of joy and gladness, voices of bride and groom, the jubilant voices of those joined in marriage under the wedding canopy, the voices of young people feasting and singing. We praise you, Adonai, our God, who causes the groom and the bride to rejoice with each other. The ketubah, or the wedding contract, is one of the oldest of Jewish traditions. We read about its existence in the Talmud, and as you know, because you have been coming to class diligently, you know that that's about 2,000 years old. And in the Talmud tells all about how that contract is supposed to be written, what the contents are, how it is to be shaped, and the tradition was, or the rule was, that it was a contract entered into by you, Edgar, the groom, ensuring the well-being of your bride. And like all legal documents, it was signed by witnesses, and then it was delivered to Amanda where it became her property. Thankfully, the two of you are updating this ancient custom, and each of you are going to put your signatures on it. Each of you are going to hold that ketubah in your hand as an act of kinyan, of physical acceptance. All the people here are going to witness that the only people who've got their hands on that ketubah are the two of you. You two are the ones who are entering into this commitment and this contract. So, who are our witnesses? Come on up. Okay. So, first things first. Put your signature within the box. Nope, not yet. Put your signature right in the middle there.
Start in the middle.
Yeah, start in the middle. It's nicer. No backsies at this point. No backsies at this point. Okay. Okay. No. Signature right in the middle. There in the middle. And now I'm going to invite all of you to witness this. I'm going to hand them their ketubah. Come stand in here. And okay, we'll take that back from you. I promise you, you'll have it. Okay, go stand there. So, Edgar, Amanda, I was really thinking about what I wanted to say to you. And there's all kinds of wonderful ideas around marriage that I use all the time at weddings, but I felt a sense of obligation that I wanted to do something special for you. So this is purely for you. You know that tomorrow night we're going to start the holiday of Purim. And Purim's a joyous holiday, right? So we could certainly make a connection that we are in a moment of great joy. But Purim is not exactly known for being a holiday all about love. There are other holidays that have that. And yet, there are a couple of moments that are actually really instructive for a new couple, for any couple. So the story, you may remember, starts with a celebration. All good. So far, so good. But the king decides that he wants to demand from his wife, the queen, that she do things that she's not comfortable with. And what happens? She says no. And he fires her. He divorces her. And what do we learn from that? We learn, and in this case, it's equal, that when we demand things of our spouse, when we don't come to a mutual agreement about things, it doesn't generally turn out very well. That when we have expectations of our spouse that are not realistic or they're unseemly, they don't turn out very well. So the king divorces his wife, and Esther comes onto the scene, right? And they have this royal beauty pageant. They're going to find a wife, and Esther decides to hide her identity. She doesn't want the king to know that she's Jewish. And maybe because she was beautiful, maybe because she had a beautiful soul, he picks her. And they get married. He still doesn't know who she really is. And the turn in the story is when Esther decides to identify herself, to come out of hiding. And what does that tell us? Each one of us has secrets. Every couple has a secret. Every spouse has a secret that they don't keep from their mate. And that's understandable. But when a couple is open, when there are no secrets, when you're willing to share, when you feel comfortable, right? As Esther felt, she was nervous when she went to the king, right? She didn't know what the king was going to say, but she felt obligated and she felt comfortable. And when we come to our spouse and we come with a sense of openness, a willingness to be vulnerable, right? To be real and to be truthful, that's when marriage really becomes beautiful. Now, I know, because you've shared with me, right, the work that you have done as a couple. And look, you've had fights, right? You've been willing to come to each other and to speak to each other. And my hope and my prayer for you is that you will never need to hide who you really are, that you can be completely vulnerable with each other. that you can be completely open and honest with each other. And that if that is what you enter this marriage with, and you have a lifetime to maintain that, and if you do, then you will have a beautiful, beautiful marriage. Now, you have done all of the things. You've accomplished everything that you needed to do in order to make yourselves husband and wife. But we're going to give you one more blessing, a blessing that is an ancient one. It comes out of the Torah. It is a blessing that the priests gave to the people. And I know you're something old. So I didn't look, but give me a second. I'm going to let's see if I can do the blessing. I'm pretty sure we can find it in here. It's a question of whether we will be able to, but if not, I want you to hold this, and if I can't say it, you're going to hold it. Yivarech Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and guard you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yis Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God always watch over you and give you that blessing of shleimut, of wholeness, that can only be found in relationship. And that blessing of shalom, that blessing of peace that comes when you are together. Now, you'll hold this, because you know what's coming, right? Oh, yes. Not going to mess it up. So, don't worry. He needs to give me a little bit of room here to put it down. You know that the most enduring symbol of a Jewish wedding is when the groom smashes the glass. And as with any long-standing tradition, the reasons for it have proliferated over the centuries. Right? It's said that the reason we smash the glass is to remember the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem, that even in this moment of joy, we're supposed to remember a little bit of sadness. It's said that it's because we scare away evil spirits, or that it increases our joy. I want to tell you the tradition that I like, and that is that when we smash a glass, we recognize that the world is imperfect, that no one of us is perfect, that every relationship has its sticking points. And when we recognize that, even in this moment of holiness, then we enter our marriage with hearts and minds inclined towards maybe repairing some of that brokenness. So, all right, you know what to do. Everybody knows what to do when we're done. We're going to shout Mazel Tov. They're going to kiss. All right? It's all yours. Mazel Tov. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Siman Tov. Yehelanu, 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 Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael, David Melech Yisrael, Hai v'kahayam, David Melech Yisrael, Hai v'kahayam. You can give each other another kiss. No, you don't need to pick that up. All right. Mazel tov. That's it.